Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Lanolin, and we are back with episode 43 of my modded Minecraft Let's Play series. And in this episode, we actually have a lot of maintenance we need to do. I went ahead, I needed to make an additional storage cell, and we are still almost full on types. Because I've actually had the server running for about 24 hours, I would say, to kind of let the Ender Quarry do its thing and let things kind of, you know, work, function, you know? And it's nice having a server because I could do that. Now, if we remember from the previous episode, I ran into an issue with lots and lots of ores from all of the different mods spawning in my world, which is actually horrible. That's actually terrible, and you really don't want that. So what I had to do is I had to go through and adjust the config files for each and every single mod to make sure that it works correct. Now, for you guys out there who may have run into this issue yourselves, I actually went ahead and wrote down, I'm looking for my, I thought I had my list somewhere. I went ahead and wrote down the mods that I had to fix. Here it is. I had to adjust Industrial Craft 2, Blue Power, Forestry, Factorization, Project Red, and I actually forgot Railcraft. So, if you have that problem where you have all your different ores from all the different mods spawning in your world, what you could do is just, again, go in there, adjust your configs, the configs for the server. The configs on the client don't need to be the same as the server for that. So there you go. However, I forgot to adjust Railcraft, so I have a bunch of I have a bunch of poor iron ore and a bunch of poor tin ore, which is kind of hilarious. But oh well, it's all good. Now, the downside to this poor stuff is that it can't be, you can't pulverize it. You can only smelt it. So, at some point, I guess if I'm on, like, emergency ore happening, like, oh man, I really need some iron, I've got, like, backup ore, I guess. Same thing with tin. So, that's kind of cool. And I got one piece of pork. Nice. Oh, that's why it says that, because I killed him with my pan. Good times. It's hilarious that we actually still have that one piece of pork, because I haven't used the pan in forever. We still have that piece of pork that we killed him with. Good times, man. Good times. So, yeah. Everything is working wonderfully. I've also been... I opened up the portal to Alfheim because I needed to get some stuff. And I've slowly been creating some terrasteel ingots. So, and that actually costs, you know, as we remember, about half a mana pool. So, at the moment, we have, like, no mana because I just made one. So, all good. I've been collecting ender pearls and all that fun stuff. So, like I said, this episode, we're going to do some maintenance stuff. Because there's a few systems that we have in place that aren't quite working as well as I wanted them to. So, the first thing we're actually going to talk about is the Ender Quarry. Which is actually complete. The Ender Quarry is finished. It finished really quick. I went ahead and actually added on 4 more combustion engines. Or, I'm sorry, compression engines. Compression dynamos is what I'm looking for. I wanted to check on the sheep, make sure everybody's still here, everyone's still happy. This thing has stopped long ago because I ran out of mana over here. And I didn't bother refilling it because I didn't really need to. Alright, so I am back in the nether, actually heading towards our quarry. I actually had to move it. Now, as I mentioned, I had the issue with the ores. I definitely did not want to deal with trying to process all of those ores. So what I went ahead and did is stopped it, moved it somewhere else that I'd actually pretty far away. Let's see, way over here. Just to make sure that we were spawning in new chunks that, you know, had the proper configs. So if you have that issue, just make sure that you just run to some place that hasn't had any, that you've never been to before. It'll generate brand new chunks, and you won't have that issue at all. See, we have no issues. But like I said, I did forget the Railcraft stuff, so if I am going to move this quarry again, which I more than likely will at some point, I'll probably move it somewhere else, you know, somewhere in this black area, of course, that I haven't been to yet, to generate new stuff, and hopefully with the new configs with the Railcraft stuff turned off, won't have any issues, and all will be well. So yeah, as you can see, it does a pretty good job with 8 compression dynamos. Pretty good job indeed. Also, I got rid of the, what was it, the one that does the water? Or maybe I don't remember if I did that on camera or not. I added to the Ender Quarry the one that would kind of suck up the water, and it didn't do a very good job. It actually made it, like, mess up a lot. I went ahead and removed it. The pump, like, void thing. I was kind of hoping that it would get rid of all the water, but it actually made the quarry, like, I don't know, have some serious issues. So I just took it off. Said, never mind. But as you can see, it even tells you when it's done. All finished. Oh yeah, I also I added gravel to this because I have a ridiculous amount of gravel now. So yeah, at some point I will move this, but for now we're pretty good on resources, so you don't really need to. Let's head back home. Nice. Alright, there we go. Cool. So what I wanted to do today, actually, I noticed that none of these ingots, any of the ore and stuff that's been processed is actually going into these compacting drawers like I'd like them to. What we're going to do is fix that this episode. It should be pretty easy. It should actually be really easy, so long as everything is... There we go. Or wait. Oh, that's the controller. That is even better. There we go. This should actually be really quick. So I actually need to find other things to do this episode. I'm just kidding. As we were. So to fix this, we need an export bus. Oh, really? I don't have the piston? Let's make a bunch of pistons. Nice. All right, export bus. Bam. We're also going to need some Fluix cable. Nice. Let's run on down here and hook this up. We're going to need a few more things, but for now we can get this going. So let's go ahead and put this guy right here and run them down like that. Network Apprentice. I think you get that when you hit 8 channels. So that means you need to worry about... Oh, I didn't have my wrench. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. That's something else we need to do. This is how Chemical Bag has betrayed me, and I will explain why later. But let's work on this little project for now. All right, get out of here. I need you to be disabled. It doesn't actually do anything. It's just a visual, connection. But so it doesn't hurt to disable it. I am actually going to need some crafting cards. Or no, I'm sorry, capacity cards. Because what we're going to do is we're going to tell that export bus to spit all the ingots that it gets into that drawer controller. And the drawer controller is going to make sure everything goes where it's supposed to go. Right now what's happening is I can put stuff into it and I can pull stuff out of it, but when the ingots and stuff come in, they're not going in there. They're just kind of going into their spot in here. Once we set this up, we should have a pretty good system going for making sure that things work properly. So what we need a capacity card. A second card. I think it's called capacity card. Yeah, there we go, capacity card. Give me? Aw. I think 2 should be good. I don't think we need more than that. Alright, we also need some ingots. So these ingots, we need 1 of each. Obviously we want 1 piece of copper. Let go. 1 piece of tin. 1 piece of lead. 1 piece of silver. How many types of silver do we have? Just that one, right? Looks that way. Alright, good. Good. 1 piece of ferrous. We don't have enough room. I mean, I could make a drawer for the yellorium. I don't see why not. But if it starts to get, eventually we'll actually have a ton of yellorium. It's kind of hard to say. Give me a break. Eventually we will have a lot, but for now, I'm okay with just leaving it there like that. So I think this is 7 altogether. Oh wait, no, 10. Is that it? Is that really all we have for 10? Oh, it's Tinker's Construct 10, not a Thermal Expansion. I guess that's not a big deal, actually. Whatever. Alright, so let's run down here. And this should work. There we go. 2 capacity cards. Fills this up. We should be able to drop these dudes in here. We should see everything start pouring in. Oh, we have 2 tin ingots. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the iron is in there, the gold is in there, the tin's in there, Invar is in there, lead's in there. Good, good. Oh, there we go. Copper. Wow, that one was really obvious. And silver. It's going to be kind of slow, I believe. We can speed it up, but I'm not super worried about it because this isn't something that I'm like in a huge hurry for it to fill up. Put these guys in here. You know what? Actually, let me double check. Okay, yeah, 8 of 8 channels. So we're still good. Everything's still working properly. Just we can't really add anything else. Hello? Pick up. What's wrong with you? Hello? That was weird. I don't even know what that was. I guess just like a little desync. No problem, no problem. So anyway, let's go double check. See why this guy isn't... It doesn't seem to be dumping any ingots in here. That is weird. Whoops. Actually, you know what? I know why a lot of these isn't working. A lot of these ingots are actually different. Oh no, we're good. That fits. Well, I will mess with that a little bit off camera to see what exactly is the issue, but as it stands, that should function. Unless I'm supposed to use a different... No, the export bus is correct, so... We'll see. Well, the other project that I wanted to work on today was replacing the alchemical bags. See, I was under the impression the old alchemical bags, as I mentioned, when you died or they burned in lava or they were destroyed in some way, if you remade them, they would have their contents. Well, I found that that's not actually the case. In my journey to find a new place for the Ender Quarry, I ended up getting killed, and for whatever reason, I died. When I died, my tomb didn't spawn, so none of my items ever existed in the world, and I couldn't get any of my stuff back. So I had to get new stuff. And when I went to make my alchemical bag, none of my stuff was still in it. It was all empty. I was so sad. So, because of that, I also had to make new armor and enchant everything again. I got Last Stand on my chest, which is pretty cool, and a haste on my boots, which I'm not sure if haste makes me run faster or if it makes me mine faster, or I'm not sure exactly what haste does. But I got some pretty nice enchants, I would say. Thorns and Breaking, Protection 4, Protection 3, Last Stand, and Soulbound on my helm. I didn't get Respiration. I was kind of sad about that. But, not bad. Not bad. All around, I'm pretty pleased. But anyway, what I wanted to do, like I said, is replace the alchemical bag with something else. Now, you may have noticed I have a couple ender chests over here, because I was messing around with it to make sure it was something that still worked. So in my inventory, you will see I have an ender pouch. This ender pouch, as you can see, is connected to this ender chest. Oh, isn't that cool? So let's make an ender pouch, one more, that will go with this white chest. Be pretty easy. See? Da-da-da. Except we don't want to use the pink wool. Yeah, we need a blaze rod real quick. Let's run downstairs and chew this up. Woo! We want to use a piece of white wool. There we go. Nice. So now, as you can see with this ender pouch, we open it up. Yeah! It opens up the white chest. So, the significance of this is that everything that gets put into this chest goes into our AE system. Kind of slowly at the moment, but we can speed that up actually with some... Actually, let's do that right now. Let's go ahead and make some acceleration cards, because that thing is pretty freaking slow. I'll have to go make more of those dudes. No problem. I'll go ahead and make some more for the export bus downstairs, just because I'm sure I will appreciate it in the future. So let's go ahead and open this guy up and put some stuff in here. Ah! I had a feeling. But I just maybe I won't fall and get hurt. I did. All right, so the acceleration cards will speed this up immensely. Like, for example, boom, instantly gone. So what's super awesome about this is now anywhere we are in the world, since this ender pouch is attached to this chest, we can put stuff into it, like, boom. Nice. We don't ever have to worry about stuff clogging up our inventory and needing to run all the way back here to fix it. And oh man, I need to get this stuff back out again. Oh man. Spruce wood planks. Oh nice. Okay, good. Nice and easy. And I'll worry about the downstairs in a little bit. I'll hold on to this to remind me to fix it. Cool. So what I wanted to do is this pink guy, since I figured it wasn't really one I was ever, like, I can't think of any reason why I would use pink, pink, pink for anything else other than tools. So, pink, pink, pink. So what I can go ahead and do is replace this alchemical bag, take all this stuff out of here, get on out of here. Nope. The alchemical bag is still good, but unfortunately, like, the coolest thing about it, it doesn't even, like, do. So, I don't know. Now, downside, it is smaller than the alchemical bag. You got a whole lot more space in here than you did in here. So, just keep that in mind. The bag is good. And you even do have the option, actually, of just putting the bag in here. Just like that. So, it's definitely worth holding on to. So, I think we are good with that. I don't really need the extra hoe, I don't think. So nice. Now we have two bags on us. We have our white one that we can use to dump out our inventory whenever we find that we just have too much stuff in there. We need to get rid of it. There we go. We also have the pink one that we can use for all of our tools. That way, if this bag gets destroyed, I mean, all the tools are in this chest. So if the bag gets destroyed or we die or something like that, it's no big deal. We can just make a new bag, reconnect it to this pink chest, which is as easy as just right-clicking on the chest with... See? Just like that. Just right-click on the chest with the bag, and then you have access to it. Now we have access to the blue one. Right-click again, boom, access to the pink one. Now the blue one I made here just in case I decide, if I think of anything else I could use. Like, we could have, like, food and stuff in here. We could have the chest, or we can have the AE system always keep baked potatoes in this chest, so if we're ever hungry, we can just be like, oh, you know, bust out my blue bag, open it up, boom, potatoes. But we'll see. We'll see what we decide to do with that. It's there just in case. So yeah, definitely a really, really smart way to use the Ender storage mod. Definitely cool. It's going to be probably one of the most useful things that I'll probably use throughout this entire freaking series from like here on out, is being able to just be like, oh, all this crap in my inventory. Give me that back. Oh, this junk in my inventory I don't want. Boom. Get my potatoes. Nice. All right, so the next thing I wanted to kind of talk about, we're not quite going to have enough time to get into it this episode, but we can at least kind of get ready and get geared towards Thaumcraft. Dun, 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 dun. I went ahead and did this actually on my live stream, so if you want to check that out at twitch.tv/Lanolin, LOL. I built this on the live stream. Everybody was sitting around watching me build it in awe of all the cool like mod stuff that we were doing. Just like, wow, really, really badass stuff you can do with mods. And I had the, what was it called? The Builder's Guide. Oh, yeah, here we go. We had the Builder's Guide going, and it gave me the guide to build this. So if you want to see how I built this, definitely go check out the highlight on my live stream channel on twitch.tv/Lanolin, LOL. So because we have this awesomely cool looking mage tower, we are going to turn this into a thaumaturge's tower. And yeah, so starting next episode, come on back. We're going to be working on Thaumcraft 4. It's 4, right? Yeah, I don't think 5's out yet. Or even being worked on. I think it's being worked on. But yeah, Thaumcraft 4. We're going to get started a little bit, because what I would like to actually do, before we get too super strong and overpowered and just able to destroy everything in our path, I'd really like to actually head to the Twilight Forest. So the Twilight Forest is a really, really cool dimension that has a lot of cool boss fights and all that stuff, and a lot of cool mechanics in the Twilight Forest. It's a fun little adventure. So what I want to do is get some cool stuff from Thaumcraft to help me, because when I go to the Twilight Forest, I don't like to bring any of my like technology stuff. So I only like to use like magical stuff when I go to Thaumcraft, because it's kind of like a magical like fantasy adventure dimension that it's fun to kind of play through whenever you're playing a little bit of Minecraft. So because of that, I'm gonna need a little bit more magic at my side, because at the moment I don't really have too much as far as offensive magic. Botania doesn't have too much offensive magic. Botania is more like it's like a tech magic mod. It makes you got a lot of cool gadgets and things with Botania, which is really useful, as we've seen going forward, especially with the Soldier Hunter sash and the Pyroclast pendant and all that fun stuff. But outside of some cool armor that I'm working towards with the Terra Steel, not too much as far as weaponry. So Thaumcraft, however, has a lot of weaponry, a lot of cool stuff that we can do as far as offensive stuff goes. Witchery does as well, but I'm not sure if I'm ready to go into Witchery yet. I might do a little bit of Witchery in between Thaumcraft, because Witchery has some cool stuff with like some really powerful potion effects that can be useful. But for the most part, next episode, we're going to be focusing on Thaumcraft Forest. So be sure to come back and join me as we get a little bit more magical in modded Minecraft. So thanks for watching, guys. I have been Lanolin, and I will see you next time. This has been episode 43. So be sure to come back next episode, in episode 44. I'll see you next time. Bye.